No, I don't watch porn. I don't watch porn.
I never watched porn.
No, I don't watch it no more.
You said you lot are watching porn.
Okay.
I don't watch porn.
used to.
But you've
Who's watched porn
consumed it
this year?
before.
Put your hand up.
Say what?
I'm trying to stop. I'd be real.
Say what?
Man, them don't cut.
Say word, you
On
my mother's life, I watch porn this year. Shut up. On my mother's life, bro.
Pick me.
On my mother's life. But whenever you know me to lie.
Yo, we're back like whip crack. What's going on?
Bell.
Yeah. Zara's back with us today.
Hey guys,
Where you been?
Haddon, Grandin, to be fair. Yeah.
You lot get in the comments and tell her you missed her. And while you're at it, say some other stuff because if you're not commenting, I'm swear to you, I'm gonna start mashing you up.
It's alright, just calm down, mate. You're a gangster.
But yeah, man. Where have we been? We took a week off last week, but we've been filming content, man. Just wait.
We can take a week we dropped, bro.
No, but by the time this drops. Did we film?
Anyway.
We didn't film last week.
How you been, Zara?
I'm good.
Yeah. Welcome back. Nah.
Oh,
Prep
no.
check.
No. Those
They're cleaning it. Yeah.
Show the camera. They can't see
Matter
it.
one best crap.
She did still. Those are
Saying
hard.
fit of the day. Yeah, clean.
Something like.
Clean.
You man dropped the flares yet?
I want to though.
No. Do you know what it is? If I drop the flares, I'm going back to 09. You're gonna see me in a baggy hoodie, maybe a kitchen shank.
What? Why do you say stuff like that? Man says stuff like that.
Man's not doing the flares. Man's not doing the flares in the same way that man's doing the flares properly. Yeah, if man's doing boot cuts, man's doing boot cuts. Ralph Lauren hoodie. Or maybe an Avrex. Don't even piss me
A
off.
bucket at store. You can't forget the buckets.
I can't lie. I feel like flares are here to stay though. So you don't need to jump on before you.
Man's there.
Same.
So
As
Man
long
can't
as
see
it's not
that.
that.
A straight jeans and fitted, man.
I've worn flares. What the hell? Man's
What, the
trying to
Costco things?
Yeah.
Them flares are
They're-
calm, but we're talking about
Flare.
These aren't really crazy though.
not for us though.
mad,
For us,
Airy.
for us.
Airy. We're talking the
mad.
airy joint.
Was it
Airy thing.
Well, I think
Not the
boot
airy
cuts.
thing. Yeah, the boot cut. One cut.
That's what it is. It's a Boogie Wonderland thing. Still,
When
I
you
don't
in
know.
our school used to wear them to school still.
Oh my
but they used to be the flares up
What?
the ankles.
What?
Oh, the
Oh my days. See if you was rocking swingers,
His name was
bro. My boy used to wear swingers in school. There's a video of him. Yeah. Now he's in jail, fam. If you was wearing swingers, you're a madman. That's how you know. Free that guy. Still.
flares and ankles. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, watched the Dele Alli documentary, innit? The interview he had with Gary Neville, innit? Obviously, we all know who Dele Alli is, like one of the best talented footballers when he was younger. Obviously, he took a bit of dip of form. Basically, he just opened up on like everything that's happened to him in his life, and I don't want to go into like too much details in it.
No, but we have to for the cameras if we're gonna cover.
But I was there. He opened up on where he's been. Like, obviously, he said that he's been in rehab for the last like 7 weeks. Obviously, trying to like pattern up his life and whatnot. Because everyone knows how talented he was at football, innit? And he kind of wanted to have that passion back. Whatnot.
Rehab for what?
So like, I don't know what exactly it was for, but
PTSD.
PTSD. Like, there's a lot of stuff that happened to him in his past. Like, so he broke it down. He said, obviously,
taking drugs.
No, he said rehab for
Drugs. Yeah.
he's taking sleeping pills basically.
Like,
but obviously, what caused?
like Xanax and that?
Nah, like actual sleeping pills.
No, that's
You didn't state what
He
pill it
didn't
was.
state. He didn't state what it was. He just said sleeping pills.
yeah,
innit?
Valium and that.
Yeah. He said obviously as a kid, his mum was like an alcoholic and that, and his mum kind of just didn't look after him. Whatnot. He said he was sexually abused at the age of 6, and then like by 7 he was selling drugs. By 8 he was hanged off a bridge and whatnot. Hung off a bridge. Sorry, and then
you see if you sexually abuse people, you need a bullet.
Do you know what? This one was more arrested
Need a
because
bullet.
it's his mum's friends that did it to
Yeah.
him. That's why
I don't think it
as in
depends.
women.
It don't
it
matter
doesn't depend who it was, but obviously it's worse because he was like,
There's
he
no
didn't
one
say-
could be worse or better
Yeah.
if you get me.
it's still wrong.
Sexual
You don't
abuse
feel
is
like
sexual.
a man is worse than a woman. Honestly.
No,
No, he's saying
no,
because it's
no.
like
Mum's
the people that was
His
around
mum's
him.
friends, innit? You don't
His-
know
he
who
said
it
that
is.
there was just men in his house basically, like all the time and whatnot. At the age of 6, like that's traumatic, innit?
Nah, it is still. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, there's a girl told me when her baby dad, it was the same girl I was talking about. When her baby dad goes to work, she like niggas come round, her kids are home and that. I'm
That's
just thinking like, you gotta like, this has an effect on the kids, you know.
That's what I'm saying. That like, this situation has been particular because like obviously he ended up being fostered by 12.
But what can we deep how wavy it is for him to go through that and become a ball?
That's what I'm saying. Like how much he's
No,
been through.
no,
It's like
proper.
it's
Do you know what it is? It's
I'll
like,
obviously he didn't reach like the heights that he could have.
Nah,
He done it more
but
than
he
I
done
did.
it.
He's got a name for himself.
He's got a name for himself.
Have you seen the video where he's getting brizzed by the?
Before we move on though, this is why I won't let my kids like sleep over at anyone's house, because I don't know who's coming in
Don't know
and out
who's
of
around.
that house. Like that's a whole evening where I don't know where my kids are essentially.
No, I
don't
slightly
blame you.
understand why my parents had an agenda against that.
Yeah,
See what
so
I'm saying?
my mom's very, very protective of that. But cool. Let me ask you a question though. So there's no one that you will like fully put that trust in.
Oh no, there definitely are people where it's like these are my friends, but like say for example, my daughter, when I do have one, goes to primary school, then she like has a friend that she's really close with, and it's like I know the family to be like saying hi in the playground, but not in the sense of
You can
Yeah,
look after
I
yeah,
can
him.
trust
Definitely,
you to
definitely.
be over there. I'd rather the girl come to my house where it's
yeah.
like more of a controlled environment.
But
When I was
she'll be
younger-
thinking the same thing though, innit?
No, and that's fine for the parent, but at the same time, like that's just how I'm gonna.
When I was younger, my one of my brethrens, I went to his house once and the dog was doing the washing up. Then I told my mum and I just never saw him again. Like the dog, that man used to let the dog like
Lick the plate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
proper bookie.
disgusting.
And then put it back in.
Nah,
the,
that's
In the,
Proper
the,
new-
yeah.
Hey, by chance, by
What complexion?
no, you.
I think he was Irish. Reggie. I'd link back up with it still. But I never saw him again still.
That's what I'm saying. You can't trust everybody's house. I'm so
Can't.
sorry.
But back to the documentary. Yeah,
Sorry.
like, you know, he proper opened up in it, and he kind of realized that he didn't really have a child like a normal childhood. And like he said that, when he was growing up, he had no rules. Like deep, you're 7.
No, man
outside
knows you
shooting
said that.
drugs.
But on a serious,
No, but like I'm saying, but from 7 to he said he started playing professional football at 16, innit? So from 12 to 16, that's when he was fostered, innit? So that was his childhood.
Yeah.
From 12 to 16, innit? And obviously now he's growing up. When he became a footballer and whatnot, he said he was having parties and whatnot. He was kind of just
Brushing it aside.
brushing everything aside, innit?
It just shows you though, like when people don't know about something, like deep, everyone in the comments of the clips I've seen, they're like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for him." This, that. A couple months ago, when he was with things or something, everyone was calling.
But I'll be honest, I was like a culprit of that because like the other day I saw a tweet. No, I saw like some report, and it said like Pochettino, you know how he's the new manager for Chelsea. He was saying, he wants to like give him a call and see like how he's doing and try to get him back to his feet. And I was thinking in my head like, just sometimes you can't help, man, just leave him. But then when he came out with that, I was like, oh,
I was a culprit as
Hey,
well.
no,
Like, man even said like, like he's lazy.
I'm like, leave him, yeah.
You've got the
Some
life.
man,
Like,
yeah.
what's wrong with you? Like,
I hear what you're saying, but remember, you lot are not judging him personally. You lot are judging his football career, innit?
Yeah.
You man are not.
That's
talking
what it
about.
is.
By emergence,
No,
that's
it
what
does
affects
merges,
people.
merge,
but
bro,
you need like
That's the
as a
only thing
footballer.
you know about.
That's what.
No,
That's
but
but that's
I know
what
this
affects
way.
people.
as an Arsenal supporter, you know frustration.
No,
So you see when
hear-
Xhaka is doing them fuckeries, you're attacking him personally. Do you get it? It's not a Xhaka.
No,
It's
but
not
that's
his
the-
football ability. It starts to get into like your mum and that.
Yeah,
No, but that's the lifestyle it comes with, though. As a footballer, like it's mad to say.
Unfortunately,
It's not
Anyway,
fair,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's mad to say, but that's what comes with Dele Alli. It's even worse because like a couple years ago, bro was getting linked to like Real Madrid, like playing 10 for England. Like he was in the mad thing, and then he's just falling off, and it's like raw.
But
So
it
he's
just
getting
shows-
attacked because
it
of.
shows- It's not just a footballer though. It's like everyone that's in the
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
everyone.
Jamarant was
Public
just
eye.
at the strip club and then was ripping into.
it just shows you never know. Like he even said it in there. You don't know
What's going on?
what people are actually going through, innit? Like, deep it's been going. He was in rehab for like 7 weeks or something. Like,
Yeah,
none
no
of us
one
knew
knew, yeah.
till now, innit? So But it was a good interview still. I think everyone should
Pop
watch it.
does seem like a real nigga though. He does.
Yeah, you were saying he's a real guy still.
And then he said even like the support from the club he's at now, like he didn't expect it. Because he's only got like a year left on his deal or whatnot. So really they could have just let my man go in it. But
That leads to my question though. I was gonna ask, like, what would you lot think your first decision as an adult was, or your first adult decision? Or a couple, it don't have to be one.
What I want to do, what I want to do, like going
First
forward
adult
with man's
decision.
life. I think.
That's a tricky
You
question.
know what? I feel like it
Good question.
goes
to be
back to year 9 selecting my GCSEs. I feel like that was a decision, even though I wasn't an adult, but I feel like
'Cause I'm thinking
that
that, yeah.
set the pace of everything in my life. Do you get what I'm
personally-
saying?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
cool, but
Maybe
cool.
I'll rephrase the question.
Alright,
First
go
thing that let you know you was in adult life.
Okay.
Cool. My first decision as an it sounds mad to say. I shouldn't even say it. My first adult decision would be like jogging. When I was jogging, do you get it? That's what it was. It was like raw. Like I kind of had to weigh up the pros and cons of what was going on, and I said, "Yeah, this makes sense." Do you get it? Not to say it was a good decision, because it's definitely not my finest adult decision. I think my best adult decision was, get a job, or do you get what,
think mine
like
would be
genuinely?
along the lines of
That's
that.
what I was gonna say.
Cause like man was working. I don't think man was doing like, I wouldn't say normal jobs at that age, but like man was doing, for example, man was working in retail, and then on top of that, man had a cleaning job, innit? But a lot of man, even this age, a lot of man, if you ask them, rah, man's a cleaner, man's probably thinking, they're not thinking there's anything of it, but it's like, rah.
It's like the McDonald's.
Yeah, you get it. So man had to like, you know what, man's just gonna like just do this cleaning thing regardless what it is still. That was probably like one of my first big decisions.
My thing was probably to do with hair, you know. You know, when you said back to that year 9, like decided what I wanted as a trim. Because man used to go to the barbers and I just used to
You
get
got a
told.
point still.
I hear it, yeah, I hear it.
Because
Yeah.
it was
Straight
mum,
one.
man
That
used
was
to have
all-
to ask mum to get the patterns.
Yeah, and
Now man's could.
no.
Yeah, man could get.
I remember
Adidas.
when I asked my mum if I can grow my hair, she said no.
Yeah,
Man asked for Mohican when I was younger. Mum told me no, like all that mad stuff.
What, you never got to drop the Mohican?
No, I did eventually, but like I got
What, when
told
it,
no.
when it died out?
I was one of the first people to grow my hair. If you knew me, you remember that. And everyone said, "Why did you cut your hair?" It was my mum. That's
It's
why.
always your mum's story. It's always.
But now going back, I'd say my best adult decision was not getting a job, deciding what I want to do in my life, like purpose. Do you get it? I feel like once you find that, you're kind of your life, everything starts to fall into place.
Yeah, it's still not easy though. Like regardless if you know or you don't know.
I feel like when I
You know
got
what it is?
my
When you don't know though, it's very dangerous because it's like you don't know what you want to do with your life. You know that you need money. You know that, especially as a boy, as a man as well, you know that you need money, and you know that in your life you're gonna have dependents. Do you get it?
I feel like not knowing though patterned me because like man had to figure out something. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but that's-
After school, man was applying for unis that I didn't know if man was going uni or what man wanted to do.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. It's not
worked
knowing
out.
that pattern you. It's when you figured it out. Do you get it? It's like cool. Not knowing, like, because especially that nobody discusses this. Even during that uni age, when you leave school, after you have that structure your whole life, bro, you get into this kind of thing where it's like you're an adult now. You're responsible for yourself. Your parents can advise you, but they can't make you do anything. Do you get it? And whatever you do has to make sense to yourself. So you see, if you're you see some man, especially when you're from the areas that man is from, do you get it? And you see some of your friends working jobs and whatever, and then you see some of your friends doing other things and they're making good money, bro. And now you're getting up trying to work a job every day, bro. That's not easy. Do you get it? So it's like but it's because you can't see, it's like, raw, where Sainsbury's gonna have me in 10 years? But if you say, raw, like, I've looked down this career path, or I'm a boxer, in 10 years, this is where I'm going to be. I'm a footballer, in 10 years, this is what I'm going to be. Or it could be even I'm an engineer, in 10 years, this is what I'm going to be. That's what kind of gives your life structure, bro.
Yeah.
That's so important.
I think it's the mindset more than actually figuring it out, innit? Cause like, if you're actually working to try and figure out what you want to do, like man knows
Like
people.
coasting.
Yeah, like if man knows people that are just like, I don't know what I want to do in my life, but like, man's just gonna work. It's like,
And then that's when you
that's
get
when you
20 years.
20 years into working in Sainsbury's, working in whatever it is. But like if you're on like alright, cool, man's done this for a year. Man don't see it taking man nowhere. Cool. Let me just move to our next place, next section. Cool.
I can't lie though, it's like everyone can live if a man wants to work for his whole life.
It's true
He can
still.
work for his whole life.
But I think like the coasting thing is probably like the most dangerous thing still. Cause you end up being 18,
too comfortable.
end up 30 and like
Yeah,
and
doing
still
the
working.
same thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They always say like, I remember my dad said like from like 18 to like 23 is like the most important years of your life still. Cause you're literally working out everything. Obviously, there's probably things people go through that you don't tell your parents, but that's building you to become a man.
I was gonna say, I feel like
A woman.
no one actually knows what they want to do, and I think you just have to jump into something to try and figure it out. Because you basically, the way I see it, and the way like, for those that do not know me, I've been working now full-time corporate lifestyle for the past like year, and a lot of my friends have like the girls that have taken gap years, for example, so they're now finishing their degree. They're looking to me thinking like, how can I kind of get into this, get into what I'm doing basically. And all the time I'm just saying to them, you have to just start somewhere, and you have to just start, even if it might not be what you want to do, you got to start weeding out options to shorten down the list.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
literally.
saying, rather than coasting for life and then
hoping
thinking,
it comes to you.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and then by that time it's like too late.
I
You
feel
get
like
what I'm saying?
I feel like everything has triggers. So like, for a man,
It makes you see it from different
like
perspectives.
for a man, COVID was a trigger.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, COVID
Like,
was
COVID
big
was a
trigger
mad
for a lot
trigger,
of
'cause
people.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Like,
'Cause I remember before COVID, like I was working like part time. I was getting enough shifts to manage. Then COVID hits, man's unemployed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, I was higher the most of COVID still.
You was what?
Don't even know.
Now, but to be fair, COVID wrapped. It patterned a lot of people, but it wrapped a lot
Wait,
of people.
let
still.
me ask you a lot of questions. Sorry, going off what you just said. What do you think is more dangerous? Somebody who's coasting, and it's just like they're working, they're going from job to job, not really knowing what they want to do in life, but they're just working, or somebody that's kind of had access to fast money. Do you get it? Not always like not legitimately, but it's like they're. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they're seeing fast money, and their whole thing is like, right, I'm gonna make as much money as I can.
I think it all depends on mindset, because you could have the fast money, but if you're saving that fast money and doing something with it, then it's different. If you're like making that fast money and then spending it on girls, design,
And I wouldn't say coasting. I wouldn't say what you said was coasting. Cause man's moving job to job trying to find.
Yeah.
When I'm saying coasting, I'm saying literally a man's like at home,
Same
Yeah,
job.
chilling,
Yeah,
same job, knowing
No,
damn well.
Comfy.
job to job can be coasting.
Yeah,
though,
it
because you
depends.
have
No,
no
it's-
interest.
but-
No, it's true, but like man could go retail for a year and then be like, you know what, next year man's gonna do like a gas engineer. Like man's dipping into sections,
Wait.
and that's still benefiting his
you're
man's
building
CV.
experience as
Yeah,
well.
but if man's literally on the cool, I'm gonna stay here retail. I'm comfortable. That's what I class as coasting, isn't it?
I get what you're saying, but I know I get what you're saying.
But that fast
we're
money
bouncing
thing,
around,
I think it depends.
Wait,
still.
I wanna address what Dub said. Obviously, you said if a man saves his bread, it's alright because da. But this is what I'm saying. Like, number one, there's never enough money you can save to tell yourself, oh yeah, it's calm.
No, yeah.
Number two, it's very hard to do something with that money, especially now. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
fully going cashless. Like, it's so hard to do anything constructive with your money.
I always say like fast money can always be the most dangerous
like
thing.
Cashless things, wild though. They got the tape over the coins at the self-service.
Is it?
But imagine that. Imagine Imagine you got 30 bags, but you can only like to do what you need to do. You can only spend like 15 to 18 bags of it, because the other bit you got to
Percentage.
use patterning. Like you got to go some kind of route. It's like you got to pay a man £5 to let you do this, or you got. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like then it's like, I gotta make more money.
I think they're both as bad as each other. The way I see it, if you're coasting, I just feel like you have no ambition, no drive. And I feel like those sorts of people are very scary because they just get really, really comfortable. And then it's kind of like, I can only say so much or give so much advice where you're just not going to take it in. Your situation as well, what you were saying about the...
No, that's not my
like-
situation.
No, not your
but
situation,
just
but
so
I'm just saying. Clarifying that. the other situation you were saying, in terms of what was it, the
Fast money.
the fast money, yeah. I feel like people might be like, oh, like I'm just gonna stay in this and make this amount, but I think once then that amount comes, I'm thinking, rah, I can go and make double this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that also gets into a tricky position because it's like enough is never enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So that's why I feel like they're both just equally as bad in their own rights.
Why I'd say they're not as equally as bad, yeah? Because I would say I know a man who is, by your definition, coasting, but he's not coasting because cool. He has a family, yeah, and he's content working. Like he's a workman. Do you get what I'm saying?
What does he do?
Goes.
What's the industry?
It's gonna be a bit too specific, but let's just call him like, what's this? An average job. It's a mechanic. Let's call him a mechanic.
Oh, so he's like a tradesman.
Blue collar job. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Everyday blue collar job. Gets up, goes to work. He doesn't have like, no like, I'd say plan. All he knows is go to work, come home, put food on the table, look after my wife, look after my kids. But I'd say that's not coasting. Like you got a purpose
No,
in your
I
life.
wouldn't
No,
say
that's not coasting. Cause man has a reason.
Exactly.
You get it. If man ain't got a reason, that's what I mean. Like some people, and I don't want to say like people that are not ambitious are like they're doomed, because like sometimes it requires a trigger, innit? Like sometimes you might end up having a youth.
No, and we need to forget, like, not everyone
Is on-
needs to be successful.
Yeah, not every some we need the
Some
average
people
9 to
just like
5.
to be content.
Yeah,
and that's
content,
it. And that's
yeah.
Success is
fine.
defined in different ways. That's what it is. So like, it's not
Literally.
always
It's
monetary.
perspective.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah, what scared me one time, yeah. So this is a bit like off topic, but it's on topic. One time, yeah, this was my trigger. I got high, yeah. I'm sitting down, I'm watching Step Brothers, and these niggas are 40, and they're just bums. And my chest was like, bro, I can't end up like this. Like,
So what's success?
you got
to
to
you,
rub a
though?
bank. Success to me is more of actually what I explained to you about my friend, like the family, looking after, being able to provide for the people that I love. Do you get it? It's not necessarily obviously that's always gonna be nice. Do you get it? Like
What's always going to be nice?
the money,
Got you.
do you get what I'm saying? But like that's not what's success to me. If I could live like, for me, if I could live like, I don't want to say frivolously, but just like enjoy my life for a couple years and then have a wife and kids, but I still got work the rest of my life.
No,
I'd be
but
happy
you know
like
what
that.
it
I'd be
is
content.
though? Like, success doesn't always need to be like in the far future. Like, man, I'm successful right now. Everyone in here is successful.
I
Me,
like that a lot.
I'm
It's not in the future.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, on that topic still.
Yeah, literally.
On that topic of money, yeah, man saw an article. Jackie Chan basically said that he wouldn't leave any of his fortune to his son, innit? Bear in mind he's got 2 kids, a daughter and a son, innit? And he said if he's capable, he can make his own money. If he's not, then he will just be wasting mine. So my question to you lot was like,
That's just some Chinese
So
wisdom.
wait,
shit.
No, I heard that.
I hear it still.
Is it a thing? Do you know?
Chinese wisdom.
I don't know
thing where he-
specifically, but from that article, it sounded like my daughter is cool,
That's what I'm asking.
but my son, you gotta work in it.
That's crazy.
So I was gonna question you, man. Like, if your parents done that to you, man. Like, let's say you have
First
a
of all,
sister.
I think that's a culture thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It might be, yeah.
Sounds
No,
like
someone
culture.
else said it. I said that's how Shaq.
Yeah, no. Shaq though, this is what I'm saying with the difference
That's
with
how they-
Shaq. Shaq basically said, "Yo, you gotta get two masters, I think, to be able to touch his money." That's fair.
It's
You
a
get it?
similar concept. Yeah.
No, but that is that it's not like, well, you can't have your child accustomed to the life that you live. Do you get what I'm saying? And then try and throw him to the lions and think that he's gonna be competent. Do you
Yeah,
get it?
I
But
think
that's
that's
how. If that's how man come up, then
No, but this
Man
but because-
anyone can make it.
Your parents weren't raised the same as you. Your kids ain't gonna be raised the same as you. Do you get it? And so it's like generations change, bro. And I read something. It's like circumstances is like hard circumstances create strong men. Strong men create easy circumstances. Easy circumstances create weak men. So cool. You
and it
see,
keeps
And
you
it's
see what
a
I'm saying?
cycle.
So cool. You see, if you raise your children in like an easy, do you get what I'm saying? Easy environment. They're not going to be
That's what they're
built-
accustomed to.
they're not
Not
going to
gonna
be
be
made
built,
of
yeah.
the same. Do you get it? You have to actually walk them through it until the point where it's like, then they can handle it. You can't just say, "Hey, yeah, go sort yourself out." and think
But
like
at the
this.
same
You're
time,
just setting them up to fail.
man, them that happens to make a flip. You get me? Like if man gets kicked to the lands.
Do you man think
Like
it's
Dele
over top?
Alli.
Is like over the top type of form of discipline?
I wouldn't.
No, not really.
Do you know what it is?
Like, let's say, like, literally, like, all, like, you've got, in your family, you got one brother, you got two sisters. He says, yo, all my sons, go work. My daughters.
Is he patting the daughters there?
I can't, from what it looked like in the art,
Do you know what it is?
it's just mainly for
If it
his
was
son.
like he had 3 boys and it's like one has to work, that sounds a little bit more favoritism. That's probably, like them lot said, culture. But at the same time, if he's like groomed his child a certain way, then it should be patterned.
So it's dependent on like how he's brought
like,
up his youth,
yeah.
basically.
Because I'm from the way you're reading the article, I'm assuming that anything like basically in his will is just not going to his sons.
Any form of money. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I feel like there will be other ways that he'll help him throughout life. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
Even a roof over his head.
yeah, do you know what I
what I'm
mean?
saying?
Like, it's Jackie Chan, be for real. Like, rush hour. Like, my man's breaded and he's going to have different contacts and stuff like that, which will help his son in the
Exactly.
future,
Alright, so-
regardless of bread.
If you lot's parents was to do that,
What, say a man can't touch their fortune?
they say, yo, listen, go work for that. But the daughters I have here, they're good.
Probably be having the, you know, when you have the convert, the grave site every day.
Yeah.
What's the pin? You hide it with the flowers. What's the pin?
You know, in Snowfall, when my man sent the phone asking for the pin.
Hey, mom.
What? So would you lot do that to your kids then?
No, I know, but babe, what you said about the parents, I don't think there's nothing my parents could really do to make me not
Dislike
talk.
them.
Yeah, to make me
Facts.
not talk to them. But I would feel a bit of resentment in my heart. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. I'd get over it, but
I feel like it's only techie if like they're giving your other siblings shit and saying that to you. If
Yeah,
it's
favoritism.
Because I remember I see something, I don't know, I can't remember where I saw it. It was like, you know, like if a parent's been through bare, like they've hustled hard all their life but they're not gonna want their child to basically go through what they went through.
Yeah.
So it's like you want the best for your child basically at the end of the day, innit? You're not gonna put your child through everything you've been through. You're gonna try and give them the best like lifestyle as
Setup,
possible.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
What have you lot been in a situation where like you said, "Rah, I'm not messing with my mum." Like not to that extent, but you've like rah, like she's pissed me off today, so I'm not messing
There
with
was
her.
a time where
Like she's been spiteful or
Only as a-
both
as a
dad
kid.
and
There was,
mum.
there was a time where I left
This shit.
home.
You left
But as
her?
a kid, man was just being stupid.
No,
still.
seriously, I left home. I remember packing. I think I was in Abbey year 9 or year 10. And me and my mum, me and my mum are super close, by the way. Like, literally, that is my best friend. But I think we had to go through a lot of shit to get to that point. But there was a time at Abbey year 9 and year 10 where me and my mum were just clashing like crazy. And I remember coming home from school, packing my bags. And I was like, I'm just going to go stay with my dad for a bit. I was like, bye. I was like, there wasn't even really a conversation had. She was just like, cool. And I was staying at my dad's for a bit, for a few days. And then he was like, okay, you got to go back now because he was getting tired of me. But that actually did wonders for our relationship. So I feel like sometimes, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You know the worst thing that like man's parents used to do when I was younger, like the comparison joint. That used to, like, as a man, I don't know about you, man, but
Nah, I
that
know
used
what
to
you're
hit me. Like, look, rah.
Oh, that's your cousins.
Look
Yeah,
at your
so
cousin.
and so's A stars, and I'm like,
No, but
don't. Get
that's
me
what it
mad.
is. But it's like you don't even know so and so like that.
Yeah.
I know so and so.
Yes.
So and so rolls with his shank every day.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But then you know what's mad? Like, I don't know if you man have been in that situation, but like man's cousins and man's friends have told me that their parents have compared me to them. So they're like, "Raw, why don't you be like Jesse?" And I'm like, "Raw, that's kind of."
Even with us, man, your like my mum will complain to me about to your
Oh,
mum,
my
about your
mum.
mum.
My mum says, you never cook. Mom's always cook. I'm like,
Allow it.
bro, my mum actually does that. That's jokes. Man. But have you ever been kicked out?
Almost.
Couple.
Still.
I've had like
I've had to go to
I'm
my
standing
friends.
outside the door and they've said you're not coming in, and then like 15 minutes later they open the
I remember man
Yeah.
threatened to
I don't want to say empty threats. They're bad.
Man threatens. I'm gonna run away. Mom said, "Go on then."
As a black man,
She made
man
me
never
stand
ever
outside the
said
front
that
of
to
the
my
door.
parents.
Still.
Yeah, I've never
As a black man, never in
I
my
was
life.
brave.
You're
Still,
crazy.
I was brave.
Tracy
Had-
Beaker.
Yeah, come and see. Yeah, my cousin.
Yeah,
man
man was
get
watching
shit
too much
still.
Tracy Beaker. Still, man
Yeah,
threatened.
my
to run
cousin.
away.
I just
Yeah.
used to punch the wolves.
I
Where the run away.
You don't even know how MB got reformed, fam. MB used to be a bad youth.
Yeah.
but proper bad youth. Still, I thought he was gonna be like, trust me, a mess. No,
Nah, I'll be real now. The way
actually
envy was back in the day, it was the people my mum was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
they said, don't chill with the bad boys. Don't be,
yeah.
You weren't that. You weren't.
No, he
No,
was.
but
As
I'm
a
not
youth, he was
talking about
not.
like he's doing. There's levels of badness, but he was a troublemaker.
Yeah, he was
and
a
that's
I was worse in like year one, like younger.
Yeah. As a youth, like he was always naughty, like to the point where it's like, raw, like, what you doing? No, you're moving like a white kid.
He said,
Oh,
check
you
yourself.
come on, bro. You're moving soft if you're bleeping this.
Man's got a tweet that man sees still by Yolanda shit that made me like just man, what's man laughing for?
Spit it out, mate.
Shut up. Anyways, she was basically saying, I have no desire to work. I want to be a stay-at-home mum and a business owner. I want to wake up at 6 a.m. in a silk robe and hit the gym. Run random errands, brunch, shopping with my girl, spa day, and travel across the country once a month. Every girl should live a comfortable life.
I'll be so real.
Wait, so
I'll be so
before
real.
you,
Come-
wait,
she
before
needs
you
to
move
come
on,
off TikTok.
before you move on, did she say she wants to be a business owner? Did she say that?
She posts dancing videos of herself and gets no views, fam. 100%.
But who is it? Who said it?
Whoever
No,
said
I don't even know who she is, innit? She's just a random person.
I don't know.
Obviously,
It's each to their own, innit?
Easy
But, like,
Mo's obviously called her delusional. My thing is, it's good that Zara said, why do you like some girls think like this, like a comfortable life?
From a female's
Yeah, like
perspective.
why do girls think like that?
Firstly, I feel like as a female, we deserve a comfortable life. Secondly, I think social media and everything, it's just like, it's made it seem more accessible because you're seeing hella influencers just flying out, you know, literally living their best life. So I think a lot of girls are just.
But two things, mate.
How's
Two
she-
things, though.
How's she gonna fund that if she's
Wait.
like staying at home?
But
Oh, no, wait.
That's what
Wait,
she
two
said.
things.
Buy for
Two
months.
things though. Number one, influencer is actually a job and it's a hard job.
Yeah.
It is.
Number two, yeah, she's right. Like as a man, bro, man has bare demands for women. Do you get it? Like my girl has to do this. She has to be like this. She has to da. She has to. Do you get it? So like it's only right that if you act like this as a man, do you get it? Like you have to be able to accommodate for your woman.
yeah, I hear that. But she said, like what Zara just said, girls deserve like soft
not
life.
the
I'm not saying men don't deserve it, by the way. I'm
yeah,
just
that's-
saying,
that's
like, as a
okay,
female, we just
okay.
like that shit. Like
Okay,
we
alright.
want that life for ourselves.
That you got that kind of that nature
My
that-
word.
where you want to be kind of looked after. Do you get it?
You know what it is though? Man hears that quote, but if man was to post the flip side, I want my girl to be a stay-at-home girl, this and that. You know, like, cancel men's match.
No, but that's why you actually can't listen to what people say.
That's what I'm saying. You'll never win
Why-
in
but
this scenario.
I don't understand how this
Like,
relates.
what she said, if I was to say,
He's
that's
the
what I
man
want
that
my girl
pay
to
for
yeah,
that,
if he was to say his
basically.
demands as a man,
They'll be like, raw, like,
Yeah.
why are you requesting
You're
so much
misogynist.
from a gal?
Yeah,
She's
you're
saying she wants to
misogynist.
be a business owner. So why is the business lifestyle not funding?
Business owner what?
But bitches and what? And she's not.
Stop that right now.
or them
No.
punches.
Stop that. Because that's like suggesting that that's all women can do. So stop that.
No. It's not that, but it's like
Go in Dubai.
The girl I went into her profile and she's got an OnlyFans.
Okay, well that's fine.
oh, why are you lying? What's her name?
No, it's from CZ.
No, it's there.
I know you
still,
got
but,
the
like,
saved tweets and the bookmarks, innit?
Nah, I just feel like what you said though. Going back to what you said, girls deserve that. Not all girls, not all women deserve that. But if you're playing your role as a woman, you deserve that.
But I think she should like start off by hustling. Like, don't get.
It's like she just wants.
It's not. Oh, it's
Yeah.
not. 23 and she's like ain't worked her life and she just expects to be.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, you see, if your woman like actually stays at home and looks after your kids and that, and do you feel like she still deserve like she should have hustled before like you give her that treatment? Because bro, I'll tell you for free. That is a full-time job, you know. You see, being a mother, that's a full-time. Me, I'll be real. I don't have what it takes to do. I have what it takes to be a parent, but to play a mother's role, I don't have what it takes, bro. Do you get it? So
I
if
think
that's
it's
what you're
more
doing.
on. I don't think it's raw. Like she needs to have hustled before she gets the treatment. It's like if you got that hustler mindset, then it's calm. You get it? Because then I know, right, anytime you can do whatever you want to do. But if you ain't got that mindset,
Like-
then it's like,
If you're an active mother, like, because there's being a mother, then there's being an active mother. Like, there's like, bro, put it this way: there's like, bare minimum, and then there's like a girl that puts in effort to make sure that your ship is tight. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I got a question still. Do you lot feel like it's kind of off topic? What do you lot feel like? It would be selfish. Say like someone in your circle or like one of your friends had a kid and they never told you. Do you feel like it's selfish to like feel away?
No,
no.
that's their decision.
It could be like
So-
some form
so-
of regret as well, though.
Yeah.
but
No,
you
it
should
definitely
never.
is selfish to feel. It's not selfish.
Yes.
It's their decision, but at the same time,
It's like, man will help you. And
No.
what's the worst that
Don't-
comes out
don't-
of man not telling?
nah,
man?
cool.
It's
Don't
like,
lead
bro.
because that means the dynamic of the relationship is not that strong for you to not be able to tell me that. Do you get it?
I
Like,
do hear it, but I just feel like, especially as a woman, I feel like I would like you to be supported, and I would like to think that you would come to me like for that
For
support.
anything,
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I'm just kind of like, you obviously had your reasons to not tell me. And if it was the thing where it's like maybe you told the whole world and you didn't tell me, then maybe we'd have an issue with it. But if it was like you didn't tell a single soul, and then it's like I'm finding out later down the line or something, then I'd be like, all right, cool.
what if it was like somebody that it's like you confide in and that it's like you're
That man,
bona
my
fide.
best.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't tell. Like, would you feel hurt? Because it's like in your mind, it's like cool. Like, there's something that you're not telling me. Like the dynamic of the relationship in my head. Like you're leading me on to feel like we're closer than we are, kind of thing.
No, I get you. I do get you.
Like, man was in a situation where one of man's brethren was having a youth.
Girl or boy?
Oh no, it was a man still.
It was a you.
What?
It was a man. It was a man.
I'll bang him in his face.
It was a man having a youth. One of my brethren were having a youth, innit?
He's not. Bro.
So obviously,
Bang him in his face.
like, because of how like man's being raised, innit? Like, man's dad's had the youths from young, innit? So he's always pushed to me like, bro, it's not it. Like, don't. Like, please do anything but have that, innit? Cause you'll struggle, innit? So obviously he's pushing that to me hard.
Jesse.
And then my brethren told me, innit? And then, like, from the first reaction, it wasn't like, rah, like, girls, if you tell a girl, like, rah, you're having a you, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When he told me, man, I was like, oh, bro. Oh.
No, you
Oh,
can't
'cause
do that.
of
You
what
can't
you
do
did.
Yeah,
that.
'cause I was
no.
like, I don't want to see my brothers struggle. You get what I'm saying? But obviously, afterwards, don't get twisted. Afterwards, I apologize because that's not nice
Yeah,
seeing your
still,
brethren.
it's not.
It's not nice. I had to apologize. Like, sorry about that. But like, it was genuinely because man cares for you. Because man don't want to see in 2, 3, 4 years, man struggling because yeah.
You know
I
what? To
think-
stop all of that, sorry, just to stop all of that, like my best, like one of my girls that I've known her since primary school, she recently got, she's pregnant, so congrats to her.
Congratulations.
Love you, baby. Anyway, but when
Is she married?
Huh?
Another one.
Yes,
I
but
know it
yeah.
still.
When she told me, she I remember like when she told me we were at a restaurant and yeah. Sorry. When she told me, I remember saying to her, I was like, "Are you happy about this?" Like, just to clarify, like, because you
You
could
gotta
say
double
I'm,
check.
yeah, you could. She could say I'm pregnant and be like,
And be unhappy.
Pressed.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was like, "Are you happy about this?" She's like, "Yeah, I am." And I was like, "Okay, well, great.
I'm happy.
I'm happy for
Yeah.
you."
But if she wasn't happy about it, on the flip side, what are you gonna say? I feel like either way, once
I'm
it's
still
happened,
If she's
Yeah.
unhappy about it, then I'll be
I'll
like,
still support-
okay, like
support them.
let's talk through your
That's when
options.
you
like,
open the next door and then
Yeah,
you
exactly.
move on and try and help them.
Yeah.
but obviously, if she's unhappy about it, and
Or
I'm
the
saying
exit
like,
door.
If she's in a place where you can see she's not ready to have a kid,
Would you tell
she's
her?
bumming everything, would you tell her? Or would
Yeah,
you still go along
it would,
and-
yeah.
baby shower.
No, no, no.
No,
I
but
would-
then I
would
feel
just
like
be-
some people
Aye,
mature.
do me to be
Some
so
people.
real.
I would just be like, oh, like
How do you drop that to
it
someone?
would,
No,
it
be
would
so
be,
real.
You sure about
it would be like, yeah, literally, it would be like, oh,
You know
like,
what I'm gonna say?
do you
innit?
think you're in the right position for this? Like, do you feel like you're going to be supported enough? Do you feel like you have the right care around?
Wait. Dubs is dying to say something. You know?
Sorry,
I
sorry.
feel like some people will have kids because they know they can reap benefits off the kid and have
Wow.
a hold of it. No.
Serious.
Like
Those are-
getting
those
a
are-
yard,
yeah.
patterning
Don't make it
himself,
sound like
that
it's all
bread.
easy though, isn't it?
No,
Not easy,
but I'm
but-
saying that some people genuinely have a kid for that reason, though.
It's not really
Like they'll get pregnant.
Something personal.
Not
They'll
have
be-
a kid, not have a kid, but more likely to.
Like
More
their
like
attention.
like,
Yeah.
they could be coasting, boom, they're pregnant now, and
Now
they
they've
know
got
they're not.
something to focus
Yeah.
on.
So it's like, that's the easy way to get a yard, or I'll get benefits because of this.
Or
that.
it's like the flip side. It's more like if they are so called like a bum, it's more motivation to say, rah, like I've got a youth now, I need to do X, Y, Z to actually provide for my youth.
I've seen man flip their whole life around after having a
word.
No, yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. The youth can change someone's life for the better.
It can't really change it for the worse.
No,
It can. Because
You think?
I think not for the worst. I don't want to say for the worst, but like,
because a child at the end of the day,
It can turn the relationship. for the worse,
yeah,
not
and
the
like it
individual.
can make someone like now you got a goal to work towards, but like let's say you had a set goals, you got set goals to work towards before you had your youth, but now you've got
Everything
youth.
changes.
It's like I've got to prioritize my youth. So it's like now I've got to like for example like ball. The man wants to be a pro footballer now. Obviously, before you hit academy and all of that, before you getting paid, you're not getting paid, innit? But now man's got a youth. Man can't be doing the training on every day. Man's got to work actually.
Yeah,
now.
you can't be. But you can't be going telling your kid you're going ball and coming back with zilch.
That's exactly what man's
Every-
saying. That's what I'm
every
saying.
week.
That's when it changes. So
No
man has
food in the fridge.
to get
Oh,
a
you can do
part-time
your
job.
kick-ups, like, be
Exactly.
real.
Man has to end up getting a job to fund my youth. You can still kick, but the time when, so how I see it as why like man wouldn't advise none of my boys to get a youth at a young age is because at this young age man can prioritize yourself. Man can be selfish. Now man's got a youth. You can't be selfish. Obviously you can still think about yourself. Like what you were saying, man can still kick ball, but man can't train every day like how I was before. Now I've got a youth.
You have
Man's got
Unless
priorities.
to
you
do
You
got
have priorities.
sugar, man.
Sugar mum,
Speaking of
innit?
relationships, though, if you were seeing someone, let's assume, like, I'm sure most of you lot talk to black girls. So, but for this example, we'll just say she's a black girl, and she had no black friends. So friends only white. Is that a red flag?
Wait, say that again.
I ain't gonna cap on you.
Wait, she has only like another complexion. That's
Another complexion.
They would have tried.
She only had another race. Basically, she has no friends of her own race.
Great.
Yeah.
Is it great outside?
It's very great.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, that's usually African girls, you know. I've clocked it still. I swear to God, I swear down.
I'm not involved.
Of course I can say that because it's what I've seen. So wait, the African girls that usually go uni to the smart unis with the.
But see,
Am I like? Am I
But see,
like?
this is the point. If these girls are going uni like North, yeah, and that's what they're surrounded by, that's like another scenario. Do you get what I'm saying? Because like that's your environment. But if this is a girl from Ends and she's got no black friends,
No, I think it depends.
giving
You can't
self-hate.
do that.
that's
You
what I'm
can't-
saying.
No, you can't do that.
It's giving anti-black.
It's giving. It's giving Chucker. It's giving Uncle Ruckus. It's giving you people. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. It's mad.
No, I
still.
think it depends though.
On
I think
what?
it depends like how big their circle is though. They could. I know a girl that. I know a girl that only has white friends,
Okay.
and she's cool. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But she's normal. I would say like there's nothing wrong with her.
No, because then they start saying, "You're right, babe.
No, stop that.
I know your mom don't talk like that. I know your mom don't talk like
I'm not laughing. So I'm not involved in this.
But seriously, do you not see it as an issue?
I don't think it's an issue. I think it just depends on the friends on how they move.
And B, do you think it's an issue?
I feel like it just like regardless of the color and that, it's just about the friends still.
And she's moving loose as well. Trust me.
Oh.
Sorry, not in that way, but you know what I mean.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what makes it even mad? Like, you know, and it will even give her complexes because, you know, like when you go out on a night out, yeah, and your whole group, your whole circle don't look like you. So it's like when a group of boys is approaching you, they're approaching you based on what the mass, like, do you get what I'm saying? What the majority of you look like. So
On
it's
that
like,
coming on that vibe. Yeah,
you're not really you're the take on for the team. Now, do you get it?
Oh.
And it's like, and it will give you a complex. It's like, am I not pretty? And you are pretty, but beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Do you get it? So it's
Yeah,
like,
I do
you,
get that.
You're pretty. You
That's
could
what
be
I'm
pretty to
saying,
me. You
these-
could be pretty to him, but you're not pretty to that. Do you get what I'm
In
saying?
a lot of them friendships as well, from what man's seen, it's like the one black girl with the white friends. Like the white friends won't even rate her like that. They'll probably be doing the racist thing.
They did a link up behind her back
Literally.
and that.
Yeah,
But do you know what it is?
fuck her.
we're not saying don't have like multicultural friends. Do you get it? Because that's wrong. But it's like if all your friends are a certain demographic, it's like
It says a lot about you.
it's a bit weird. But moving on swiftly, yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about, and I haven't been able to talk about it, is this Adam No Jumper business. Basically, if you know this ADAM22 guy, the host of No Jumper, you know that podcast.
I do not.
Okay, so he
Oh, the American brother.
yeah,
with
yeah,
the tats. Oh, yeah,
with the tats, yeah, white man with the tats. Obviously, he's got a podcast, and he's married, innit? And his wife's doing porn.
Oh, man, see
Yeah.
that on oh, yeah.
It's mad.
I see that.
Like, what
You
are
know,
you?
OnlyFans. Oh, okay.
Like,
Academics,
it's
academics.
proper. It's proper. It's mad. Like, and he said, "Yeah, no, I'm okay." He was on FaceTime with a guy that his wife did porn, and not just any porn. His wife's doing
Big
BBC porn.
His wife,
BBC
his
Black
wife's
Raw.
doing blacked.
His wife's
Black
doing Black
Raw.
Raw. How do you even sleep at night?
I guess if he's calm with it, though, he's calm.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
insecure
man is. I
then.
don't know
I'd-
what
I'd-
man
Huh?
is
If you're not
cool,
insecure,
If he ain't insecure, then
I
But does
don't
it
know
make it
what
insecure
man
if
is
you
calm
don't
with
care
that,
about
brother. I don't even know.
No, I'm saying it makes you insecure if you care that your girl's doing porn.
but if he must have known what he's signing up for, surely.
no. They've been married, and now she's doing porn.
Oh,
Okay.
that's even
If-
worse.
No.
But even but
No. She's been doing
Porn, but
she was doing it with only.
White, yeah,
Okay,
because she
yeah.
changed the race now, yeah.
Okay.
So now,
Okay.
let me do my first
So she
black
flipped the
guy.
script.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Oh man, he can't be upset then. though, yeah?
Have you seen the email?
What?
yeah.
I think I now think he has a reason to be upset.
But you know, it's-
Because
but
he
even-
was doing it solely with her. So they're now thinking, right, we're in it together. And now she's going off to next man. That's crazy.
But even if that's like what you signed up, I don't know, man. Like, sex is the highest level of intimacy.
But then
How-
just don't sign up for that with your God.
No, but how can that work? That's like
I
saying,
did hear
oh,
what he's saying. Though.
that's like you're in a swingers relationship. Then
But he must be okay
that's
with
what
that.
it is.
Yeah,
It's not,
No,
but it's not for
but
everybody.
cool. Some men are okay with cuckold. Some men are okay, yeah,
why is
with
he
watching
good?
their women have sex. Nah, we're watching their women have sex and standing in a corner. Like, is that cool? That's something.
It might not be cool for you.
psychologically in your brain. Psychologically. in
Nah,
your brain.
I hear what you're saying, but like,
Certain
I
wires
just want to
ain't
know
connected.
how are they actually
You know what it is
cool?
as well, yeah. Like
how?
you touched on it a little bit. Like sex is meant to be something like intimate.
Into
And like, I can't remember what I was watching, but the guy was like, I think it was.
had to be pulled. What else?
Yeah, what?
No, it wasn't fake taxi. It wasn't fake taxi.
Fuck, I should scream.
It was yeah, anyway.
You lot are talking about sex supposed to be intimate. You lot are watching porn. So be for real.
No,
I'll be
know,
so real.
but
Man, don't watch porn.
I don't watch porn.
I never watched porn.
No,
No, I don't watch it no more.
Everyone.
Said you lot are watching porn.
Okay.
I don't watch
I used
porn.
to.
But you've
Yeah.
Who's watched porn
consumed it
this year?
before.
Put your hand up.
Say a
I'm
word.
trying to stop. I'd be real.
Say a word.
Man, them don't cut.
word you
On
watch.
my
On my mother's life. On my mother's life, I watch porn this year, bro. Shut up. On my mother's life, bro.
Pick me.
Bro, on my mother's life.
Man,
Whenever you know me to lie. When have I ever lied, bro?
I
I've watched porn
respect.
this
If
year.
you haven't, I respect it.
No, wait.
When have you known me to lie?
Of course, I've watched porn this year.
Bro, whenever you known me to lie, I don't lie, bro.
I respect
But
it.
it's not
If
like
true, I
a
respect-
thing. It's not like a celebration. Man just
not
watched
like
it.
Like, yeah, like, it's not good. Man, trying to stop.
That's
Yeah.
one thing
No,
I-
it is,
I-
it is.
Big
Very
kind of
good.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
not as damaging
this
as
is my
going on fucking Instagram and that though.
No, it is. It's more. It is.
No, because
It is.
you don't watch porn as much as you're on Instagram and
Bro,
TikTok and
cool,
Snapchat.
I don't want to expose my sins, but bro, when man was younger, bro,
Yeah.
I've already shown man like,
Sure.
along with a couple of the like, man spoken about.
Shown man
Nah,
what?
pause,
Shown man what?
pause.
Whoa.
I already said
What?
this,
What?
yeah. Everybody in school, yeah, was a prolific basher, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know when you used to bash, you used to regret it. Like,
Yes. You get it? Man was a
You bust.
prolific basher. And you see
what am I
during them times there, bro, it's like number one,
Why are we
you
here?
see where your head is. Like, you see where your head is. Like, man's watching normal things happen. I watch it like the lane teacher's teaching me, and I'm thinking, raw, like, are you gonna tell me I've been a naughty boy here? I know what I'm talking about.
You're too far into
You
the
get what I'm saying?
algorithm.
You get what I'm saying?
You're too far
It's
into the
damaging,
matrix.
bro.
I hear it, I
Or
hear
when it's time to actually get intimate now, it's like it's not doing it for me. I've seen Mariah Mills, but you're like, do you get it?
Yeah.
It's like, and it promotes. What's the word?
Bad. It is bad.
A certain
bad
kind
for
of
your
woman.
brain.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like it's bad. It's actually
It gives you a
damaging.
false image of
brain
what
is
sex
so-
is.
Yeah,
Very,
false
very
image
bad.
of what
But
sex
that's
is. Yeah.
the same thing as media, but that's probably a next.
That's
content.
too deep. So
Yeah.
So sad. But yeah, I don't know, jumper. Yeah, I don't know. I feel it for him.
Rest in peace.
That's what it is.
Can't really feel it. It's cool with it, innit?
You can't rest in peace.
Exactly.
You can't.
It's
Be
cool with
quiet
it. You
and sit
can't.
down.
You can't feel.
It's not an
for him.
issue to
He's
him.
happy. Like, it's probably dips in her now. Deep it, fam.
He said
He's cool
he-
with it.
Nah, but you know what?
He's probably
he's cool with
standing
it,
there
though.
holding the flash. Like,
Huh?
what?
Wait, what?
Bloody hell.
I'm saying you can't say that because you probably lips are.
Would you say iron apple?
Damn.
I didn't lip to anything I know.
Nah, not like
Oh,
that.
we're here
You
again.
can't say she said that because you probably.
Nah, but Black Raw is
Yeah,
crazy. You got to do.
I don't think him. Well, I don't know, but personally, I don't think he's probably emotionally invested in her.
That's what. But they're married
And they got
They're
a kid.
Yeah, they're married, but I'm
With a
talking
kid.
about you could be married or not.
Even
be
with a kid as
emotionally
well.
invested.
Imagine
So-
that going to school,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, it's peak.
Man's body.
and going to school, and then it's like your mom's a porn star.
Imagine just seeing your
And do you know what it is? I watched something the other day, yeah. I watched something the other day,
literally.
and it's a sensitive thing, but cool. So it was a porn star, and she basically said, with the whole like LGBTQ movement, it's opened up the conversation for like that kind of thing, like a safe space. They're calling it promoting sexuality. Do you get it? So it's like a safe space for like them kids where they're bro, it's just mad. Like their kids where their parents are porn star and all of that. Like basically it's a safe space to talk about that now and all of that. Like, but for that to even tie in, because at first
Boy. That's probably another
This is not against
conversation.
you, I'm
off
so sorry.
air.
Man,
Yeah.
I wanted to say something quickly still about Benjamin Mendy. His charges
Who is that?
footballer.
Oh,
Basically,
God,
he had
I'm on the
like,
wrong podcast.
no. He had bad. Like,
This is the
accounts
Ballers
of
Club
rape.
podcast.
I know. I'm on the wrong podcast.
He had like 18 accounts of rape to his name. Let's say he's been fighting them for 2 years and he's been found not guilty of like all of them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like all them women should get something done to them.
Huh?
Like,
What? He's not, wait, he's
Wait,
not
wait.
guilty.
No, I hear what you said it. What?
as in, I feel,
land.
Can I change seats, please?
no, as in, I feel like there needs to be some sort of like punishment because
You mean like jail time?
yeah, there has
Yeah.
to be something because
I don't-
like, you've
Well,
ruined
we don't know all the ins
We
and
don't know
outs.
the-
No,
all
but
the-
like the case
Yeah.
to say anything.
I hear that, but for man not to be found not guilty, he's been fighting that for like what 2-3 years now.
bro.
Like he hasn't
Yeah.
kicked no ball. I don't think
Nah,
he's been
it's
getting
true
paid.
still.
Like,
Bruv, that
bro,
rape,
it's ruined the
And
man's
he's
life.
a proper like humble guy.
even like, well,
He's not that humble because I remember him saying one time he's had sex with like over
Over
1,000
10,
women.
yeah.
yeah, but that's
So
That's
it's not
that's
really
weird
humble.
because why would you even say
Why would you say that if you're on the?
Yeah.
that?
He said it on.
Come on, you got to lose
Sure.
count at some point.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I feel like you
Wait.
might lose count after a certain point. And just
Yeah.
wrap
Nah, it's
up.
true still.
them things that fuck up a man's
Wait,
life.
let me wait. So yeah, I want to ask one last question. Yeah, before we sign out, yeah, I want to know what's the man them's biggest fumble and how did it happen with a woman? We're not including exes. We're not including exes.
list, boy.
Zara, you too.
You should have prepped this. Man. I can't think on the spot.
The biggest fumble. I was with my brethren. Yes, 7 girls, and ended up with nothing.
Oh,
Was that
that's
recent?
not that bad.
No, but it-
stages. I'm
oh,
talking about talking stages.
Oh,
like-
no. Oh, okay.
That is a fumble.
Okay.
Okay.
7. It was 7. I swear it was more than that.
No, it was.
There was 9. Don't do that.
Bruh.
Okay.
And you-
Woo! Should have started with this.
What the biggest fumble? I was chatting to some girl, but basically, like, she let me know there was competition. Like, I knew there was competition in it, but I'm someone that's like, man, don't care. Like, man ain't gonna up my game if there's competition. Obviously, I was moving mad, bov. I
And
wasn't.
no, if a girl tells me that you got competition,
No, it was known though. It was known. like it was like I could tell in it. But then obviously I just started moving mad bov. I didn't link her and that. And then like a month later I tried to hit her up and it was just like
What did you expect?
damn.
I wouldn't want a girl to tell me there's competition.
Yeah,
Like.
that's what I'm saying.
I
What's
don't
your
wanna
biggest?
know that.
What's your biggest fumble?
I don't have any that come to mind. I'll be real. I think it's different because it's like
Yeah.
usually the guy's pursuing the girl. Do you know what I mean? So there's more like.
But have you ever let go of a guy and you thought, "Right, that's a good guy"?
No.
Fair.
Nah, I
What
haven't
about you?
let go of a girl. I thought that was a good.
Yeah.
Is it?
Fumble. Man's had a lot. Man couldn't even think. You'd have to give me time still.
Do you know what? Do you know
Man's
what?
had a lot.
Do you know what?
Pick one.
Two types of
Do
fumbles.
you know what it is?
Oh,
Couple man
hold on,
ain't
hold
here.
on.
Couple
What
man
is
ain't
it
here today.
There's like-
Couple man ain't on
there's like
camera,
fumbling now.
and they're not getting away with it.
Fumbling.
Couple man ain't on camera and they're not getting away with it. So we're coming back to this topic next episode. Yeah.
What's yours then? Before you sign out.
We'll come back to it next.
You can't
What
just
do you mean? No,
ask
you can't do that, bro.
No, bro, to be continued.
No.
Forget all of that.
No,
Say
bro.
yours. We'll ask them
You
next
talk.
episode.
To be continued, bro. Anyway.
KB, no,
take
KB,
us out.
gone. You
Take us
definitely
out.
have a fumble.
Nah,
then.
take
Me,
us
I
out.
got
Yeah.
way too many. I'll be so.
Just name a
I don't
random
know.
one.
What, one off the dome?
Yeah.
Oh man, you did of the milk one
What?
when it was the gone off thing. That's
What
the
mean gone off?
weakest one. That man.
Oh, when she said my time. Oh,
It's the
What did she
funniest.
say? The milk's
but nah, just switch the camera quick. Just to be calm. I still end.
No, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
that was funny
Yeah.
still.
Imagine like basically talking to a girl, whatever. But I'm moving goofy basically. Like, I'm not taking her serious, but she's trying to pursue. Like, you see with me, like if a girl wants me and she's like, you need to be direct and tell me. I'm not reading signs and I'm acting dumb in it. Calm. So I've ended up just ghosting her basically.
Wow.
And when I was spun the block, she said, "No, your time's expired." That was the line she said. Your time is expired.
Where did the milk? Where did the
I don't know where the
come
milk came from, but I got what he was trying to talk
No,
about.
because I tried to disguise
That's
it.
it. I'm on milk about my time's expired.
Yeah, that's what she said to me still. I still spun it though.
You saying MBN-ish?
Ran it.
Biggest fumble.
I've had a lot.
Yeah, there's a couple still.
I got a list, boy.
What?
Yeah, 100%.
Sound like a whole ep.
My one.
Yeah, that's what
Actually,
I'm
a
saying.
whole
It could
episode.
be a
Do
to
you
be
want me to tell
continued.
you? Alright, cool. My one, she's a good girl, like Muslim girl, beautiful smile. And you know, it is like is that cool? Like I used to was talking to her FaceTimes, I ended up getting into something serious now, so man's cut it off, like but you know that she's called me back after I've told her whatever. She's like, so this that. You know when you hang the phone up on someone and call someone back, that's when you know. And obviously later down the line, try to hit it up. Can't get a reply. Crazy.
Or just the air skis.
Have I seen it in real life though? Just no. Just game.
Boy, well, to be continued next ep, then that's us, ep 70.
No.
There's still more.
No.
I've gone.
I can say man now. We can think with me.
Go on.
No,
Okay.
quick, because Cam's gonna die.
What live?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Probably flipping.
You might as well jump up.
I'm not jumping up.
Go on.
I'll shout if they can hear me, but probably yeah, this one was just goofy, but it was New Year's. Now me and my brethren must have met these two lovely girls, and I'll be honest, they were proper. Like, you know what I mean? They were proper. I have my reasoning for them being proper, but yeah, calm. So it's good. It's gone good. Like we vibed in there, so everything's calm. But afterwards, like I've ended up getting into like a little argument with like another guy over some rubbish. You know what I mean? But obviously, to her, that was like put off. That's probably my biggest fumble.
Did your brethren fumble?
Yeah, that must have burned.
He didn't.
What's the locals though? Loco. Oh!
Some fumbles are just a picture as well.
Wait, what did he?
No, man didn't really do nothing to fumble it. I was just mad laid back. And when it was time to
Yeah.
show the angle, I wasn't showing the angle. But more time, I don't think it was a fumble because I think it was just sex appeal. I don't think it was really wifey.
Cool.
You stand
All
by
that
that.
being
But
said,
you're still thinking about her.
all that being said, I'll get you back. I promise you. Don't even pay.
No, I was still in the block. Give me a couple of years.
Okay.
But that's a serious one.
I'm good still.
You only really fumbled it when she was a kid.
Oh boy.
Realistically.
Yeah, that's another episode I got. Been there. But yeah, that's us. Ep 78. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and that.
Nah, KB.
Send this to her as well. This is us. Catch you guys next week. Zara's back and that. More content coming than that. Pause. But they are live.
That's just how it is, no kids. Like, whoa, roll can we roll? Know a couple brothers making killers off a phone. Yeah, I had a couple of things that I used to get to know. Jumped in my bag, calm off, that's how it goes. That's the yo for the kicks, steaks for the dish. Better watch her go, while she asking for a pic. And I tell her she's my world, but you know I'm telling fibs. Yeah, but that's just how it is, no kids, yeah. Spanish one from the bricks and she knows how we live.